The meteorologist from my city. It is Friday. Weather madness time. Yes, it is. Oh boy, I tell you, we got some really nasty heat coming in to a lot of places this weekend. I know a lot of people have been having to deal with the heat, especially across the south and the plain states. Have been dealing with lots of heat, and there's been a lot of heat that's have come northward into the High Valley, into the Northeast at times as well. And there's going to be some really excessive heat all the way up into D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, maybe New York City could stay at 100 degrees this weekend. All right, and some really nasty storms coming for the northern plain states up in here through the Dakotas today too, and there might be a couple more rounds coming up here, up there as well. You know, it's interesting. I'll tell you, I'm actually doing some work um, with the weather and the COVID-19. Now that we've got, how many months of data since March, and there's some interesting correlations with temperature and spikes in in the number of cases, and it seems like it kind of goes through these phases of, if you look at the average temperature, it seems to go through kind of like this phase of early on your average temperature is here and you see spikes, and it kind of fades off, and then you see the average temperature goes up, and then you see spikes again. Now you have to look at what people are doing, and how people are interacting during the weather patterns and everything else. But it's just interesting to see the spikes and how the temperatures um, sort of really work out with the spikes in the COVID-19 cases. It's interesting. I don't know, why those spikes are happening. It could be people congregating. It could be people going indoors into the air conditioning. It could be a lot of things. Um, but you certainly do see correlations with the temperature and and the COVID-19 number of cases. So interesting data. So everybody else who was earlier, everybody's talking about how it was going to die off and all this kind of stuff. They had no data to work with, actually. They were just making statements. Now that we have data, and I'm working with researchers up at Penn State University who are doing the research. So we're all kind of, they needed the weather angle to it as well. So there's a lot of interesting stuff there. I don't want to get into the politics, everything else. I'm looking at it purely from the weather side, and interesting. So we're not going to get into more of it because everybody's got their opinions nowadays on all this stuff. But as we go through, I'll let you know what we find. All right, this morning, front's kind of hanging out through here. We got some thunderstorms out here already. Some big thunderstorms out through the plain states there. Some leftover showers coming through West Virginia into parts of Maryland, but they're kind of dying out this morning. And like I said, up here, we're going to see some really nasty storms developing today. In fact, this is severe weather up there, moderate risk of severe weather for wind damage, even tornado activity up across North Dakota toward Fargo and those areas. So my Dakotians, careful up there. And those severe thunderstorms will last into Minneapolis tomorrow, over to Wisconsin, and then they'll continue to slide southeastward on Sunday, out ahead of the excessive heat that's coming. So really nasty kind of weather coming. The Also the GFS is going to pull a fast one on us, and it might be right. I'm going to show you in a second. Hold on to your hats. This is the GFS temperatures. I watch the band weather guys. I like the band weather guys. I watch them all the time, and they're making some good points about how the GFS is really not hitting the heat that well. It's usually off about 5 degrees, but what it kind of shows you, as you can see on Sunday, this excessive heat that's coming right up the I-95 corridor, and going to be really hot, 100-degree temperatures. So it's dangerous type heat that is coming up from Georgia all the way up into maybe New England. Going to get really, really hot this weekend, certainly. So be careful going outside. That's the whole thing. The front, I said, is coming through. Some showers and thunderstorms still around. Here's that severe weather breaking out up across the Dakotas. It slides by tomorrow. That severe weather slides over here, even up into Canada. You get some severe weather Tomorrow, meanwhile, the heat's starting to come into the northeastern part of the country, all the way back in through the plain states here. Just some scattered showers and thunderstorms to cool things off. On Sunday, here comes the cold front. All right, so not too bad up across the northern plain states here, but out ahead of it, hot, and then you're going to get the downslope winds here. That's going to add on some temperatures. So this is where you get just really extremely hot day here in the Mid-Atlantic states, all the way down into the southeast here. So again, folks, be careful. Some severe thunderstorms coming through the Great Lakes on Sunday, and then this front kind of comes in. And kind of sits around all week long, so we get a lot of showers and thunderstorms. We can cut the heat. Now here's our little wrinkle here. Tries to get a tropical system going, in the Gulf of Mexico. So could be interesting. Might see some, it's been this year where these things pop up, close to home. They're not developing way out there. They're coming in and developing close to home here. So gotta watch, see if the GFS. It's been, I have to give the model credit. It's been doing pretty good this year on these tropical systems. So, could be something worth watching for. That'll be late next week. That's an old map there. So, but anyway. Also, I think on Wednesday there's probably going to be some severe thunderstorms through the Mid-Atlantic states with that system that's going to be coming through. A little bit of a troughiness is coming through on Wednesday to cut the heat down. So I think there'll be some severe thunderstorms. So anyway, we have severe weather in the plains, excessive heat coming in, folks, and then maybe a tropical system coming up late next week. Again, coming up toward Houston. So that's what we got today. Meteorologist Henry Marcus City.